So, what if a telescope, one designed to stare into the deepest, darkest corners of the universe, actually had a secret, second mission, one that could end up saving all of us? That's the incredible story of the Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope, an instrument built to study the cosmos that just might become our planet's greatest guardian. And this quote really tells you everything you need to know. When someone at NASA was asked about the telescope's $4 billion price tag, the response was simple. If it saves billions of lives, it's cheap. Wow, that is a heavy statement for a science mission, right? It tells you right away there's a lot more going on here than just looking at distant stars.
Because, on paper, Roman's job was all about pure science. It was built to help us unravel the biggest mysteries out there. Things like the strange force known as dark energy that's literally pushing our universe apart, and to go on a hunt for thousands of new planets orbiting distant suns. It was a classic, super ambitious astronomy mission.
Which, of course, brings us to the real puzzle here. If this thing is a cosmic explorer built to look billions of light years away, how on earth did it accidentally become our most advanced early warning system for city-killing asteroids right here in our own backyard? To figure that out, we have to start with what the Roman telescope was meant to do. So let's take a look at its official mission. Now, this project has been in the works for a long time. It was first proposed way back in 2010. It got the official green light from NASA in 2016, and it's set to launch into space sometime around 2026 or 2027. So you can see its main job has been planned out for well over a decade. And to really get a sense of the power we're talking about, you have to compare it to what we've had before. Think about the iconic Hubble telescope. Its view is like looking at the night sky through a tiny keyhole. Well, Roman basically throws the entire window wide open. Its camera can see a patch of sky that is 100 to 200 times larger than Hubble's in a single shot. It's a huge leap. And with that incredible vision, its to-do list was, absolutely epic. Create the most detailed map of the universe we've ever had, try to solve the puzzle of dark energy, watch billions of stars for clues about the cosmos, and, of course, find a whole bunch of new worlds. Just your average, everyday work for a multi-billion-dollar space telescope. But this is where the story takes a really fascinating turn. This mission, which was so focused on the massive scale of the universe, accidentally stumbled onto a new purpose much, much closer to home. And it was a complete and total accident. So while scientists were analyzing test data, they kept seeing these imperfections, these little streaks of light that were just zipping across the images. At first, everyone just dismissed them as digital noise, just random glitches in the data that you're supposed to clean up and ignore. But then, someone, somewhere, must have asked that one crucial question that changed everything. What if those little streaks, what if they aren't errors at all? What if they're actually real? And the answer was just stunning. Those streaks were real. They were asteroids, faint, fast, and pretty much invisible to us before. In an instant, what they thought was a glitch turned into a groundbreaking feature. That noise was actually the signal for a brand new, critical mission, defending the planet. Okay, so this accident revealed an incredible hidden talent. But what is it about this specific telescope that makes it so perfect for the job of an asteroid hunter? As of right now, space agencies are keeping tabs on over 32,000 near-Earth objects, or NEOs. And look, that sounds like a lot, and it is. It's a huge achievement for our current detection systems. But the really scary part of this whole story is what we can't see. Because the reality is, experts believe that a staggering 40% of potentially hazardous objects are still out there, completely unseen. These are the ones we worry about, the dark, fast-moving ones that don't reflect much sunlight. They're the exact kind that could take us completely by surprise. And this is exactly why Roman is such a game changer. It has this perfect trio of technologies for the job. First, it sees in infrared light, so it can spot those dark, charcoal-like asteroids that are practically invisible to other telescopes. Second, that huge camera can scan massive parts of the sky incredibly fast. And third, it has something called a coronagraph, which was designed to block a star's glare to see planets, but it works just as well for spotting faint objects hiding near bright stars. This amazing discovery brings us to the next, almost secret chapter of this story, NASA's quiet upgrade. Because look, it's one thing to have the right hardware to spot these threats, but it's a totally different challenge to have the software that knows what to do with that information.
And here is the beautiful irony in all of this. The telescope's original software was actually programmed to see these moving asteroids as artifacts or image errors and just delete them from the final pictures. Can you believe that? The very signal that could one day save us was being automatically thrown away like digital garbage. Now, officially, NASA is playing this very close to the vest. But behind the scenes, you hear these persistent whispers. Sources are saying a software upgrade is being developed, and they're getting input from defense specialists. They're designing new protocols just for fast-moving targets and quietly tweaking the code for what they call anomalous motion detection. Basically, they're turning what was once a bug into a life-saving feature. All right, so let's just imagine it works. The code is rewritten, the telescope launches, and one day it spots something big, something headed our way. What happens then? Well, there's a plan for that. It's a very clear, step-by-step protocol built for speed. First, Roman gets the initial detection. Second, that data is immediately beamed to other observatories, both on the ground and in space, to double and triple check it. Third, all confirmed data goes straight to NASA's Planetary Defense Coordination Office. And finally, world governments are notified so they can decide on what to do next, whether that's a deflection mission or something else. But here's the thing, Roman isn't going to be doing this all on its own. It's actually the cornerstone of a whole global network of telescopes. It's going to be working together with other powerful instruments, all creating this multi-layered shield. It really is an international effort to protect the planet, with Roman acting as our lead sentinel in the sky. And that really brings us to the ultimate profound legacy of this incredible machine. A telescope that was built to explore the birth of the universe might one day be remembered for making sure life here on Earth continues. And it leaves you with a really powerful thought. What's more important, discovering a new galaxy billions of light years away, or preventing the loss of our own?
Thank you for watching. We put our heart into creating content that inspires, surprises, and helps you see familiar things from a new perspective. If you enjoyed this video, support us with one simple action. Leave a like, thumbs up, and subscribe. It's the best way to show your interest, and it helps us grow, make new videos, and share even more unique stories, ideas, and discoveries with you. Your feedback isn't just numbers under a video. It's what motivates us to keep going. We truly value your time and do our best to make every minute you spend on this channel something more than just watching, something memorable and meaningful. There's much more ahead. Fascinating episodes, fresh research, unusual discoveries, and real stories from the edge of science and imagination. Don't forget to turn on the bell so you'll be the first to know when a new video drops. Thank you for being here with us. See you in the next one. It's going to be an exciting journey.